Have you ran through the questions or not yet?
I have, because I've actually got, so on my end, I have, 10 things or whatever, like 1, 2. I haven't answered all of them out of, but I know them like from off the top of my head, so to speak, because I know, a lot about what I'm doing.
So everybody's different, but when you have these questions, I highly recommend you just give it an honest answer. Don't overthink it, and don't think that it's too long or too short. Just give
Okay.
me your best answer and we'll move on.
Okay.
Because it does take a couple recordings for you to figure out, hey, let me make this a little longer. And I'll guide you through it. But roughly, we want 30 seconds to 1 minute answer per question, okay?
Okay. So I got
Yeah.
a question. So one of my questions is like, so again, like I was telling you, I have, my little notes here. I don't want to have to look down all the time. Should I just go off of memory or what I
So
have for?
once there's a question, look down, read it, or just skim it real quick, and then look at the camera and start talking.
Okay.
If you forget something, look down, remember it, read it, then look at the camera and record it.
Okay.
Now, because in editing, we'll cut those out,
Okay.
right? And don't think you have to say the answer in one go. We could go line by line if needed, all right?
Okay.
And no, let me run it real quick just so you know.
Okay.
And then you could throw your spin into it. Don't
Okay.
think that you have to copy it word for word. Nah, throw your own twist into it, however you want, right? The more
Okay.
natural, the better. I'm gonna pretend I'm you. Hello,
Okay.
my name is Ashley from Ambition Crafting here in New York. And in this video, I'm going to tell you 10 things you need to know before you get a direct to film printer.
Yo, what's up, everybody? My name is Ashley from Ambition Crafting, and today I'm going to tell you guys about 10 things you need to know about DTF, about a DTF run.
You got it. So the first line, perfect. The second line, you kind of repeated yourself. So instead of doing the whole thing over, we're just gonna pick up where you left off. And that was, and in this video, I'm going to
Okay.
tell you 10 things, all right?
Okay.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
And it's got songs
You're
that.
good. Go ahead.
All right.
And just let you know, one thing I noticed helps you mentally or verbally say 3, 2, 1, go, just so you know where you're gonna start.
Okay.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
And in this video, I'm going to tell you 10 things about. Yo, what's up, everybody? My name is Ashley from Ambition Crafting, and today I'm going to tell you 10 things you need to know about buying a DTF printer.
There you go. You nailed it. So, first question. What was the first question? Why do inks clog? So you could handle this. You could answer this a few different ways. For example, why do inks clog? You could give the answer before recording. That way you could refresh yourself and then press record, or you could just record the first answer that comes to mind.
Okay.
Which one do you think you're leaning towards more?
I think I'll do why do inks clog? I'll ask the question first and then I'll answer it.
Okay, perfect. So give me your honest answer before recording. Why do inks clog?
So I would say first it's only the white inks that actually clog the most. And the reason I say that is because the white ink actually has magnesium in it, which causes the ink, to separate. Causes the white ink to separate. So therefore, when you get ready to start printing, you have to actually shake your white inks.
So here's another thing you could do if you want. You gave me your honest answer, and I wrote down bullet points. You
Okay.
mainly said white inks are the ones that clog because they have magnesium, and then you have to shake them. All right.
Okay.
Now, that was your answer. Go ahead and write this down real quick, the little bullet points, because one thing I know a lot of people do is they forget their answer that they originally gave. So just
Right.
write down white inks, magnesium, and shake. That was a great answer. But one thing you're gonna have to practice is giving us a little bit more information when you do give an answer, because that was short. That would have been fine. But since I got you right now, letting you know, give me a little bit more information and you could ask a follow-up question to that. For example, you got a shake. The follow-up question is, what happens when it does clog? All right, I'm back. How you feeling?
I feel okay.
All right, so we're gonna run the first question, all right?
Okay.
So when you're doing this by yourself, you could ask the question or you could just start talking. But let's practice with asking the question. What was the
Okay.
question one more time?
I said,
Why do inks clog?
why do inks clog? But I think we should say, why do white inks clog? Because the only color that you actually have to worry about is the white, because the white is the only one that has the magnesium in it, which clogs.
Perfect answer. So 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay. First question is, why do white inks clog? So white inks clog because it has magnesium in it, which is a chemical element that's more so on the heavier side. So if you look at your white inks, the magnesium or the ink, if it's shaking good, it doesn't separate. But if you leave it sitting for a while or a day or two, you can start to see the separation and the white ink becomes gray. That's what you don't want as far as DTF is concerned. So they always tell you to make sure that you shake your white ink. Your white ink is the ink that you really want to worry about. Everything else doesn't separate.
Now, that was a great answer. Perfect. Now, I'm just gonna practice with you. I have to give a little bit more information. And one of the follow-up questions I have is, what happens if it does clog? So you
Okay.
could answer like, but I know what you're thinking. What if it does clog? Or, but worst case scenario, it does clog. What you're supposed to do is, and then you, all right? So 3, 2, 1, go.
So I know what you're thinking. What should you do, or what if your white's clogged? So if you are printing and you started print and you don't see any white ink on the film, that means that the magnesium inside of the print head is dried up and your white ink channel is clogged. So you either have to unclog it or buy another print head.
Has that ever happened to you?
Plenty of times.
What do? Do you buy new ink or do you unclog it?
I unclog it.
Is it hard?
Not really. Of course, they tell you you're not supposed to tamper with stuff and it voids the warranty, whatever the case may be. But in DTF, a lot of the printers are older models unless you actually get one that's actually made. So we're talking about a converted printer versus one that's actually made for DTF. They still can clog if you don't do your maintenance. But it's less likely to clog if you get one that's actually made for DTF versus buying one that's clogged. Buying one that's not made for DTF.
So I don't know if you could tell the first part of the answers, you looked down and you were trying to follow what you wrote. The second part where I asked you what happens if it does clog, you gave me a natural answer. You didn't have to look down. So that's what we're trying to go for. I know it takes time, but you're doing great. What's the second question?
Having working capital to buy extra supplies.
So there's the second thing you wish you knew.
Yes.
All right, go ahead. Well, read me what you wrote.
I put have an extra budget so that you can be able to buy extra supplies like a print head, film, powder, ink.
Sounds good. Now, is there anything else you want to add, or you think that's great? That's you'll be able to expand on it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So as the test, we're practicing right now. Could you see this timer?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna let you do it once. Give me an answer, and then we're gonna do it again with the timer. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So you're gonna ask the question and then give me your answer. Three,
Okay. I
two,
gotta hold on 1 second. I gotta
Go
figure out
ahead.
what the question was. Oh, the second thing that I wish I knew.
the second thing was have extra working capital, right?
Right.
Got it. And then just making sure the bullet points were the print head. What else?
Print head, film, or print head, extra film, powder.
Got it, powder. And then you could kind of talk about why they're so important to make sure you have. Just letting you know, everybody has their own style of recording videos. If this helps you where you write things down, great, right? I just don't want you to spend too much time, writing paragraphs for each answer, because we don't need all that.
Right, right.
All right. So 3, 2, 1, go.
The second thing that I wish I knew when buying a printer is have extra working capital, meaning money to buy extra print head, ink, film, and powder. So again, with DTF, the converted printers are Epson Stylus Pro. They are actually photo printers used by professionals. So of course they're not made to do what we do with them. You always want to buy extra supplies because when you're first starting out, you're gonna go through a lot of supplies to get your settings right. Film is what you print on. Ink is, of course, you need ink to be able to print. And then powder is not so much, but you still need powder to actually carry your transfer. So the powder is the adhesive that sticks to the back of the film to be able to put it on the t-shirt.
Perfect. Great job. And that was just under 1 minute, which means it was a great answer. I felt like you were going to have more than 30 seconds. So that's why I restarted it. And you
Right.
were just shy under 1 minute. And I don't know if you could tell, that was a straight to the point answer.
Okay.
And that's what we want.
Okay.
All right. So the follow-up question, and I want you to do this all natural, right?
Okay.
What is the item that runs out the quickest? And how much do you restock? We'll start with the first question is, what's the item that runs out the quickest?
Okay.
So you could start something like, but the item that runs out the quickest is the white ink because, and then you tell me why, all right?
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
So the item that runs out the quickest is the white ink because the white ink is your layer. So like with DTG, it lays out the white ink first and then it lays the color on top. With DTF, it's opposite. It lays the color first and then it lays the white on top. So you're actually adding more white to the image than you are color, because white is like your underbase.
Got it. And how much do you restock on white to make sure you don't run out?
So when I normally buy white ink, I actually buy a couple bottles, maybe like 2 or 3 bottles, because it depends on your workload. So you may get a custom order, you may get like a gang sheet order. So like a gang sheet is putting multiple images on a sheet of film. So you can do 12 by 16, 12 by 60, or 12 by 120. But in all, you still need white ink on however long you decide to make the images.
Got it. And right here, it's going to be a perfect time to ask the audience a question so they could leave a comment.
Okay.
And you could ask them like, but that's the item that runs out for me the quickest. Let me know in the comments below what item runs out that you make sure to restock. Drop it in the comments below.
Okay.
All right. So 3, 2, 1, go.
So the white ink is what runs out quick for me. But let me know in the comments what ink runs out, or what supply that you use that actually runs out quicker for you.
Drop it in the comments below.
Drop it in the comments below.
All right. So the third thing was, I think it's maintenance.
Mhm.
What happens if you skip maintenance?
If you skip maintenance, you might as well just buy another printer.
Uh,
Maintenance, very, 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 very important.
And the follow-up question to that was, can you quickly break down the steps to doing the maintenance on a direct-to-film printer?
Yes.
So go ahead.
Brain freeze.
Oh. You good, you're good. So once again, the question was, can you quickly break down the steps to doing the maintenance on your DTF printer? So you're gonna start it with maintenance is super important, like the answer you just gave us, and then you're gonna continue. But let me tell you the quick steps that you need to make sure you do. First, second, third, like that, all right?
Okay.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Maintenance is very, 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 very important. If you don't do your maintenance, you might as well just buy another print head or printer or print head for your printer. But let me tell you, let me break down the steps of how I do maintenance. So when I'm done printing for the day, maintenance consists of your cleaning solution, your syringe. So you have to make sure that your capping station is clean as well as up under your print head. So while I'm cleaning my capping station, the print head is over there soaking or getting up, it's soaking on the paper towel and it's actually pulling all the ink from the print head.
Got it.
Okay, I think I got it.
All right, so don't feel like you have to do it all at once. Let's do line by line, all right?
Okay.
So the first line is the topic of the video. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, so those are 10 things that I will look for when buying a DTF printer.
Okay, and then ask for a comment.
How would I do that?
So the next line is ask for a comment, and you could ask them any question you want. So the one I wrote as an example was, but if I missed a step that you do for your maintenance, make sure to drop in the comments below.
Okay.
So of course you could ask any questions, but that's just an example.
Gotcha.
All right, 3, 2, 1, comment, go.
But if you do yours different, drop a comment down in the section in the
You're good.
comment section below.
All right.
Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. I know all of this.
Perfect. Great job. So, you have any questions for me?
No, it was actually, I like doing it that way. It was actually better. I got more confidence. I think I gotta work on those follow-up questions though.
But here's the thing, the follow-up questions are gonna come, but the basics, just learn to answer the questions as natural as possible. Because you're sharing that knowledge. All right. So I'm gonna give you another random question, all right?
Okay.
All right. So how much do you think you should charge for direct-to-film transfers?
Okay. When it comes to direct-to-film transfers, I'm a firm believer of your prices. Your prices are your prices. But when you get ready to start selling DTF transfer, then you also have to do your research, because John may be over here selling transfers for the same transfers for $10, whereas then Sarah's over here selling the same transfer for $8. So you have to look into your market and see who's actually selling transfers near you, and then you can work on your numbers that way.
There you go. Perfect answer. Now, what's stopping you from recording these? Because I mean, you're doing really good and you're giving great answers.
Thank you. I honestly don't know. I think it's the fear part. I mean, because technically when you record a video, you're talking to yourself. Well, not really, you're talking, but you are, but you're not. So I don't know if it's fear. I honestly don't know what it is, Reyes.
And that's why I'm doing these Zooms, just to help you figure that out. But we're gonna go through the next script, and I don't want you to write anything down. I just want you to come straight from the dome, all right?
Okay.
And then pretend you're recording right now. You have your phone in front of you. You're gonna press record, and you're just gonna get started.
Okay.
All right. If you mess up, it happens. It's natural. We're just gonna pick up where you left off.
Okay.
If for whatever reason you need to take a quick 5-10 second break, a deep breath, go ahead and take it, all right?
Okay.
But, so the topic of this video is the cost of running a direct-to-film DTF printing business. That's the topic.
Okay.
But you're gonna give me your little intro. And that is, what's up, everybody? Ashley here with, you know,
I got you. Okay.
all right. And in today's video, I'm gonna talk about the cost of running a direct-to-film printing business.
Okay.
All right, you ready
Ready.
for the intro? 3, 2, 1, go.
Yo, what's up, everybody? My name is Ashley from Ambition Crafting, and today we're gonna talk about the cost of running a DTF printing business. Right after the intro.
Yo, oh, there you go. Yeah, and you gotta have a little intro video, something
Yeah.
like that.
So I got the intro. I got somebody to do the intro for me. So I do have that. That's why I was
You're
telling you. I was
ready.
like, you're gonna be like, you got everything. So what's holding you up? Just like you just said.
And that's why we're doing this Zoom. And then after this Zoom, whenever you have a day off, in the next couple of days, all right, you're gonna have to record at least one video. The
Okay.
ones we're already doing. So it's nothing new. But question number 1 is, what type of ink do you use and the cost of it?
Okay. So the first question is, what type of ink do you use or should you buy? But the white ink costs more because it has, the magnesium in it and so forth. It costs more to actually manufacture it. So you're going to pay more for white ink versus color ink.
Okay, I love that answer. It was a good answer. But you know how you're comparing different inks? What I want you to do is talk about your ink.
Okay.
This is about your business. So what type of ink do you use? I use commercial grade because, and then mention the stuff, magnesium and this and that. And
Okay.
this is how much I pay. Okay?
Okay.
So once again, we're going to repeat the question. Make it about your ink.
Okay.
So once again, the question is, what type of ink do you use? 3, 2, 1, go.
So I use commercial grade ink because I run wide format printers or commercial printers.
And why? Well, see, you gave a short answer, which is great, but now we gotta come up with another follow-up question. And the follow-up question is, why you choose that ink? Why not something less?
Okay.
Go.
So why I choose wide format ink is because it's more so on the commercial side, which means so white ink in general has magnesium in it, which is magnesium is a certain chemical used to make different things. But
there you go. Hey, that's fine. And then here's the next question. I'm gonna drop it in the chat. You're gonna read it and then you're gonna give me your answer, right? I'm not gonna guide you on this one.
okay. So the cost to restock on ink depends. It depends on two things. Like I said before, whether you can get 250 mil ink, 250 milliliter ink, or you can get liter ink. So again, that just depends on two things. It could be either the type of printer that you're using, meaning the size of the cartridges that you actually have to use. So if you're using if you're using a 1400 or 1430, they take 6 cartridges and they're small cartridges. If you're using a wide format printer, they have 8 cartridges. So of course they're much bigger than the 1430.
Got it. Here's the next question.
So this about wraps it up for the video. What is the most expensive supply that you actually have to buy? Drop it down in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, I guess. Well,
Don't forget to
comment.
like, comment,
Okay.
subscribe. That's perfectly fine. But the next thing is, find a little slogan at the end of your videos that you always say. For example, I have a detailer that says, and remember, be good to yourself, be good to others, and don't detail angry.
Okay.
Or another one saying, hey, and just remember, put God first, and I'll see you in the next one.
Okay. I know I used to have this, like when we used to get off of the live, I used to say, Thanks for rocking with us tonight. If you have any comments, concerns, or suggestions, make sure that you drop them in the group. Until next time, peace, love, and DTF. That's all. That's why I used to say peace, love, and DTF.
There you go. I love it. Perfect. Do that.
Okay.
All right. Hey, Ashley, we went through 2 scripts. By the end of, the second script, I think you got it. You gave honest answers. I didn't see you looking down once. And I don't know. What's the next step? What are you thinking?
I'm gonna get a video out this week.
No,
I'm just gonna
soon.
go for it.
Yeah, in the next 2 days. You working?
Yeah, but I'll be on days. I can get it done though.
Just focus on one video
Okay.
and just go through the questions. And don't overthink the questions. Like, for example, we have the script. We didn't ask every single question. And we kind of changed some questions around because you want this to flow. You don't want to force it. Like, for
Okay.
example, the last script, it was about the cost of your supplies, but we didn't mention prices. But that's okay because it kind of turned into the main parts you need for your direct to transfer film. You see how we kind of made that switch on the
Mhm.
spot? Just know the script is just to guide you, but you could switch it however you want.
Okay.
All right. What script are you gonna do?
I think I'm gonna do the 10 things you need to know before buying. I think that's a good one.
And I mean, do it as simple as this. Put the phone right in front of you, press record, start answering questions.
Okay.
And then when you're done, send me the clips.
Okay.
All right. Any other questions before I let you go?
I think that's it.
Let me ask you a question. How do you feel about this Zoom? Like, before we did this, did you have a different process of recording that you were thinking? Or was it exactly how we were doing it?
Before the Zoom, I think I had a different process. I really do like, I like this, the way that we're actually doing this. I feel like it helps me build my confidence up more.
Okay. Sounds good. All right, Ashley. You have a great night. And I'm going to be expecting a video from you soon, all right?
Okay, I got you. I promise.
All right. You have a good night.
You too, Ray.